Hello and welcome once again to the Fitness is Our Business podcast, the show that helps busy professionals thrive in their demanding lives by taking control of their health and fitness. I am your host, Victor Fernandez, founder of Fernandez Fit and best-selling author, and I coach entrepreneurs and business owners who've built something real and are finally ready to build themselves to match it. This is your first time listening to the show, welcome. But whether you're new or you've been following for a while, make sure to like, leave a review, subscribe to the show, and share it far and wide because many more people need to learn that fitness is our business. Now, here's something I've noticed in my years of coaching entrepreneurs. The same people who are ruthlessly disciplined in their business are often completely inconsistent when it comes to their health. I've had countless conversations with business people in public settings, like at networking events, for example, who appear cool, calm, confident. They know what they want and how to get it and then make it happen. Then I have private conversations with those same people one-on-one. And when the subject turns to health and wellness, and specifically how their health and wellness impacts their families, then the aura of cool, calm, and confident, that disappears. And it's replaced by real, raw, powerful emotions. And when we dig into why they're feeling that way, it always all comes back to the same thing: identity. See, most people in today's society, most driven people anyway, define themselves by what they produce, what they accomplish, by their role, by their overall output. They think, well, I'm a business owner. I'm a founder of a business. I'm a CEO. I'm a business leader. Now, health, that's something other people prioritize. That's for people who have more time, fewer responsibilities, simpler lives to lead. I carried that belief for most of my adult life, folks. I was a journalist for 26 years. That was my identity, completely, totally. And my health existed somewhere in the footnotes of who I thought I was until I reached 248.2 pounds. Yes, that number down to the ounce has been permanently seared into my mind because I was burned out at the time. And I was watching my own family from the sidelines of my own life that I created. Any workout plan that I did, and I did a whole lot of them, that was never really the problem, whether they succeeded or not, even for a little bit of time. The belief system was. And here's the shift that actually changed things for me and changes things for a lot of people. And I want you to hear this clearly. You don't get healthy and then become someone who takes care of themselves. You decide you're someone who takes care of themselves, and then the healthy lifestyle follows after consistent work day after day after day. The identity comes first, really every time. Then at that point, when we've come to that realization, when we make that level of mental, emotional, and physical commitment, then we build a system around the person's actual life. Not an ideal version of life, but the way life is, and that's going to be different for everyone. For example, someone who's truly busy, and most entrepreneurs and business owners are, they need short, effective workouts that take as little as, say, 30 minutes a day, 2 to 3 days a week to complete. They need to eat real food that fits real schedules. And they need accountability that makes skipping their workout or skipping that healthy meal feel worse and harder than actually showing up. And then we keep doing that day after day after day. We keep implementing and executing the plan until one day we discover, I feel like myself again. That's ultimately the outcome. Everything else is simply part of the process. Look, the entrepreneurs and business owners I work with are some of the most capable, hardworking people I have ever met. They execute at a level that most people never really reach. They solve complex problems every day before a lot of people have had their second cup of coffee. And somehow, Their health is the one area where that same, let's call it a process, that same operating system, if you will, completely breaks down. Let's face it, that's not a willpower problem. That's a priority problem dressed up as an I don't have enough time problem. The time is there. We know it is. We make time for what matters. Think about it. The most important things in your life, you will carve out a period of time to make that happen, to accomplish whatever that is. The question is whether we've decided our health and well-being actually matters to us. I'm going to say something that might sting a little. Your business doesn't have a strategy problem. It has an energy problem. And it starts with you, it starts with me. If I'm not taking care of myself, if I'm not the best version of me, physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically, what could I do more of than what I'm doing right now? If I'm at my best, I'm going to be at my best for the people that matter most, my family personally, my clients personally and professionally. If I'm not at my best, the opposite rings true every time. So what decisions could we make faster and more effectively? What conversations could we have more confidently? How could we show up at home at the end of a long day and show up better? That version of us is there. It's a reality, folks. Right now, it may seem like a fantasy because it hasn't come true yet, but that version of us, it's there. It's what happens when we treat our health like the asset it really is, much like our business and everything we do within it. And it starts, like I said earlier, with a decision, not a program, not a meal plan. I could create the best program ever created on the face of this earth, and it would be rendered useless if the person I created it for hasn't reached a point where their mind and their heart and soul are aligned and they truly believe that this is the time they're going to make things happen for the better and make a permanent life-altering change for themselves. There's no program that can resolve that. There's no program that's going to make that decision for you. You have to make it. And once you do, you're going to start building that level of calmness, that level of coolness, that level of confidence that so many of us display when we're out in public professional settings. That level of calmness, coolness, and confidence is going to be displayed in every facet of our lives, simply because we decided to finally take control of our health and fitness as much as we take control of our business. All right, folks, that's a wrap on this episode of the Fitness is Our Business podcast. If you want to learn more about what this level of program could look like for you specifically, reach out to me. DM me on social media. You can find me on a bunch of different platforms. I just joined TikTok recently. Find me at fernandezfit.com. Call me. My number is 814-504-7774. It's the only number I've had for a couple decades now. However you choose to reach me, reach out and let's have a conversation. And of course, do me a solid, leave a review, subscribe to the show if you haven't already, and share this episode with an entrepreneur in your inner circle who's been running on empty. They need to hear this more than they'd like to admit. And what's that? Say it with me now. Fitness is our business.